Welcome back. So on this episode, we are talking about how to diversify as a content creator and as an influencer in Nigeria, right? And on here, I still have Uju. Uju, just say hello again.
Hello everyone, it's nice to have you back. My name is Uju. I'm behind Restaurant Critic NG. I'm a food influencer and a food critic in Lagos, Nigeria, and Africa and the world.
AKA Tick Madam. All right, yeah. So we started off talking about how to become a niche influencer. So now we want to talk about how you diversify as an influencer, because it's important that you've diversified your portfolios, right? So you are doing niche influencing. Maybe it's not picking up, right? So what do you do? What do you do at that point before it picks up? Then when it picks up, what do you do too?
You have to go to church. You have to pray. You know, people. No. People actually overlook the importance of prayer in influencing because they think it's not a job. But for some people, it's a full-time job, and some people want to do well. So first of all, you have to pray, and you pray for wisdom. Because if you don't pray for wisdom, you just be there. Before you know it, you're saying rubbish.
Right.
So first of all, then you actually have to look for loopholes, and you just find loopholes. You are in the industry, you know the industry, you're around, you see the opportunities. For some people, people like the way they organize their houses and stuff like that. Before you know it, they're selling planners on how to plan your day-to-day activities. Before you know it, they're selling recipes. Before you know it, they're selling workouts routine because people like how they, their bodies and stuff like that. So you have to look for the loophole and also what people are requesting for. So if your audience is like, let's say they're requesting for,
they keep DMing you to
ask for a certain thing. Sometimes you even get ideas like app ideas from the DMs.
Yes.
So while you see, like for example in food, you see apps creating so many things. As an influencer, you see that the request is different. The apps are not answering the question. There's an opportunity to maybe create something for them. And then you just have to look for the loophole. For me, it was in the business, and then also like maybe an app idea. Yes, an app idea. I can't tell you about it.
Okay. I feel like I know the app idea.
No, you don't even know.
I do. Okay, so I think it's clear. Loopholes. So what's the gap? So especially for those who are niche influencers, right? So you're in the industry, you're talking about something so much, and you're getting a lot of questions, and I find that people are not really doing this thing. So it's an opportunity for you, who they've been asking this question, to now come up and say, yes, man, I have the solution. Come to me, I'll give. But I think a lot of people want to be influencers because they think it's easy work. So that's another problem.
I think that's a mistake. Assuming that influencing is easy work, especially if it's not your full-time job and you have other things you're doing. Even if it's your full-time, the quality is not every day that's going to pop. Some days you post to be as if nobody saw it.
Yeah.
Some days you post at the wrong time.
I can totally relate. Sometimes I don't want to look at the numbers.
Sometimes you feel like deleting itself. But
yeah. I remember there was a post we did on Viral Lagos. There was on Viral Lagos Instagram, and the director of this show messaged me and said, "Tell them to hide the likes." I'm like, this guy just pity me.
It will happen like that. There are days that you just look at, does everybody hate me today?
Right.
What is going on? And there are some days and then it could just be. Then you also have to focus on trying to looking for things that could go viral. Maybe a post that could go viral once a week. Even if it not go viral, that's helpful to people that they can share. So if you can have a content that people can share weekly, it's very important. So while you create the regular content, you have one content every week that is a very high likelihood because maybe it's funny, maybe because it's relatable, maybe because it's helpful.
Yeah.
That people are definitely going to post, and that would really help your numbers if you can have that weekly.
Right. And it's also okay to just, be patient with yourself as well.
Don't be too patient too, because you can be doing rubbish, you think you're being patient. Like, let me just be waiting. Yeah, that time is the best, my dear. You better buckle up when you're posting rubbish and be waiting.
But again, still be patient. Be patient, because the reason why I say I insist on being patient is most of the posts. Okay, so at some point you got to a place where I got to a place called creating content. I wasn't really creating content for myself, but I was helping people design content. I was helping people plan content, and I could tell what content will work or not, right? But in the early days, it wasn't like that. The contents that worked, we really didn't know they were going to work. So because we were able to understand. So people who are starting out really might not know, oh, this one should work because I have this person here. I have this person here. I said we had Hero here, and he said when I started doing his Can Never Be Me, he did it because he did it as a filler to his proper shoot, which is the President of Singles Association. I don't know what. Yeah. But that content I thought was like a filler, right? Before he has time to shoot the next one, became more successful than the actual one. Did you get? So it happens like that sometimes. So I hear you. Don't be slow. So being patient and being slow. Two different things. Yeah. So people are slow and they will say, patience. They use patience and God as an excuse.
But pray. Wisdom can land like idea can just land in the middle of the night like this.
Do you pray at night like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.?
My dear, when it's looking like maybe not because of
content.
Not because of, but there was a time when because of content I'll be like, I need some new ideas. And to be honest, sometimes at the wrong time, something will just come. You just see something and be like, okay, So
prayer. So let's add that to the list. Prayer. If you are trying to become a niche influencer,
because you might even be praying for content self and it didn't come. So you just have to pray.
Right, you have to pray. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key.
Small businesses and enterprises can now receive borderless payments from customers anywhere in the world. Skrape is a crypto payment gateway that allows businesses to receive payments globally with cryptocurrency. Skrape allows you to collect payments on your website and app through our decentralized engine and gives you the ability to receive payments instantly into any wallet provider of your choice. You can also create a payment link and receive instant settlements, avoid long settlement cycles, and sign up on Skrape today. Join thousands of other Skrape users and begin to enjoy speedy service. Skrape is your crypto payment buddy.
Let's talk about influencers that have made it. You started to get 3 million from brands, 2 million, 1 million, 500k in a month. So Diversify told us yesterday that an average influencer on Instagram makes 3 million naira every month, right? Well, Umba came on here to say that an average influencer, a bad one on Twitter, makes 1 million naira. Say you are there, you're like a bad influencer. What you say, you are making it, right? Your light is shining small. On Instagram, your light is shining small. Now you begin to make money. So how can you diversify? How can you? I'm telling you because I know a lot of influencers always talk about this. I'm looking for something to put money, because sometimes, just like every field, there are seasons where there's harmattan, right? There's winter, right? Maybe brothers, maybe like during COVID, in the initial 3 months, all brands said we don't know if it's Armageddon. We're not spending money, right? We don't know what's going to happen. Before later, people say, okay, let's begin to spend. People are going to be at home, so let's spend more on digital. So digital one later on, but times like that when like there's winter somewhere, so you want to like hedge your financial inflow, ensure that it's always coming in. What can you do? Not as a struggle. So let's not talk about just for niche guys now, general guys as well.
Okay, so first of all, I think one thing I realized and I learned from a friend was that many times it's important to also put brands on maybe a payment plan.
Brands on the payment plan.
Yeah, it solidifies the fact that your money will come monthly, especially for people who depend on it as monthly income. You definitely know your money is coming. But generally, depending on what you charge, at least the average amount of brands that will message you, I'd say maybe daily or in a week, at least every day you get like maybe 1 or 2 brands will message you every day to say, okay, like this, like this. You have to be able to have like business sense. I know a lot of people who say, oh no to money, even when the money is good, and you're like, oh, that's not my rate, oh, they can't afford me. Yeah. There's business. There's negotiation. Right. And a lot of influencers don't want to negotiate because they assume, pride. They assume that, oh, if I negotiate, we will say...
They'll think I'm hungry.
Exactly, they will think I'm hungry. But it's business.
That's why you need a good manager.
Yeah, it's business. Because to be honest, you are joking when you think that, oh, saying no to money means that you're not a good... Why don't you give them a long-term deal? Why don't you think of how you can offer them more value and they can pay that money in installments? Maybe that's what they have. Maybe that's what their budget is saying at the moment. It's not like, obviously, brands will message you have money, but that might be their thought process. For example, somebody walks into a shop, you tell them, oh, this thing is 1 million, and I'll be like, I can't really afford it though. But they will see that thing for 5 million and they will buy it. So sometimes it's even the way that person, and it has nothing to do with you. Sometimes it's just the way the person sees you, or the way they see influencer marketing in general. Why should I pay that person that money? You can decide to have, maybe put them, and those kind of people are people you can put on a long term and be sure of your money for a long time. So if you can secure like deals that roll over like that, at least you're sure of money is coming in from this place, and then you can now be strong-headed with the ones you want to be strong-headed with. There are brands who will go overboard when they come, like FMCG, and when they come, you say, okay, you know what, I'm not doing this. This is how much I'm doing. You go overboard, way past your rates with them, and they will meet it. While there are some brands that would not meet it, and so you have to start. You have to.
So we're saying don't ever say no to money as much as you can.
I won't say don't say no to money, but you shouldn't always, like many influencers have this. Once it's on my rate card, as if it's not someone that wrote it. Yeah. Once it's on my rate card, it's not shifting.
I think that's where the good manager comes in, because there are some managers I contact sometimes for some influencers, and the managers, they're even worse than influencers. Before they respond to you, it takes so long, or they respond to you like they don't need your money, respond to you like they're doing you a favor for talking to you. Well, people need to be business savvy. That's what we're talking about. You need to be business savvy, and being the way you respond to a client, right? It's also part of your business knowledge, right? So yeah. So you said very interesting things about having like negotiating, so you can hedge your inflow, ensure that you're not at that place where you're dry, right? And so starting up businesses and running businesses, trying to use your audience as your first.
Sorry, let me just add something.
Yeah.
So there was this time that 3 or 4 before, like 3 brands had reached out to me, and the 3 of them were just going all over the place. So somebody would choose this plan, we'll be trying to negotiate it. Choose this plan, trying to negotiate it. So I was like, oh no, that won't work. By the time I just looked at it and calculated all the money, I was like, come, wait first. So I already negotiated, they had said, oh, we had come to the middle point. That whole negotiation where you had come to, oh, this is what, the brand released for me to do this. This one says, oh, we're thinking of this and is there possibilities that we can, okay, take out something? I just looked at it, I was like, this one, what would it take? I calculated what my, expense to be and what not. These people have made the case, they messaged again. What do I do? I said, I'll work with your budget. The money together. I just said, I was like, so wait. I was going to just say, oh, no, because I'm doing is not my rate. When I'm not a price tag. Even price tag during sales Christmas.
Just take it up and put something else.
No. That was when I just realized that, see, in the end, this thing is business. Yeah. And you will deal with it how you want to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, we've said so much in such a short time, and this is business. Treat your brand like a business, right? You're a business. Don't leave money on the table, basically. Right? Look for loopholes in your industry.
Offer something lower, smaller package.
Look for problems, right? Yeah. Look for so. There somebody mentioned. I think I heard it I read it somewhere. It said if you're in an industry where there's really bad customer service, right? Where there's really bad service rendered to people, and people are still going there. That's a cue to go into that industry. So no matter how saturated, that's why tomorrow when a new bank comes up, we could have 10 more banks in Nigeria,
and people will still,
and they will still make a lot of money because all the banks are doing well. Don't know which bank I'll work with tomorrow. all the banks are good, but they can do better, right? Right? We are all complaining about all the banks. We have so many fintech startups, but we still have issues, right? So there's still space for people to go there. That's why you see people going into banking, fintech, because the need is there. So once you see that, you go in and you start something. So with that, I say thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. Please, do you want to share your social media page and handle?
Yes, it's restaurant critic _ng on Instagram, restaurant critic _ng also on TikTok. You might not see me very often because I hide. But I think this new year I'm making my way back. Yeah, I'm making my way back. I've taken a very, very good break. But I wasn't on break anyway.
That's quite contradictory.
I was away working.
Oh.
Yeah, so
you're making money.
I'm building some.
Right.
But yes, I'm going to definitely be back. I'm very, very, very consistent. Very.
All right. Okay, so you all know how it happens on here. We say thank you for joining, and we beg you to please follow us. Subscribe. That's basically what I'm saying. Subscribe to our channel. Please like this video. I'm sure you've learned one thing at least. Like this video. Kindly make a comment, say something nice, right? Or ask a question. You can critique us if you want to. Don't. Anyways, thank you guys and have an awesome day. Bye everyone.